This is a bi-weekly podcast, but we upload our video versions on the off weeks to our YouTube channel. So check those out. My name is Vetta, and as always, I am joined by my wonderful little brother, Matthew.
And I'm a hot fucking mess.
We will be talking about what lies below. And I got a ton of shit to say about this bullshit.
Yes, you do.
All right. So we're going to start with this. And it made me angry right away. So it opens up with the girl sitting on a bench reading a book, waiting for mom to pick her up. And a small boy sticks his phone over the book to take a picture of her boobs.
Which is, real quick, like, I don't know about you. I don't know anybody that did that crap. And I mean, I never did that crap. So I don't, is that what they think people want to see? I don't know.
I don't know, because I wasn't in that generation of being a teenager. Oh gosh, I'm going to age myself. I was not a teenager with a cell phone.
Well, hey, listen, we're old, so.
I mean, I did get one in college, so I'm not that old, but.
Right on.
So, yeah, I mean.
I had an IKEA.
I mean, I guess. I don't
think well, whatever. Yeah, you're right. It's probably a generational thing.
I mean, that already put me in a mood before we even got started.
Oh, yeah. I watched the trailer and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. And then I started watching the movie and I was like, oh, I'm not interested in this anymore.
See, I thought the same thing. I was like, ooh, sci-fi. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And then I started watching it and I went, bad choice.
Yeah. And then while mom picks her up, baby girl and everything. Oh, we didn't say what we were drinking. What are you drinking, Sweet Pea?
I got a plethora of stuff I'm going to go through tonight, but I have started off with a Canadian dry with some vodka and grenadine.
Nice.
So it is not a Dirty Shirley because it's not
a Dirty Shirley.
Because it's not Sprite. I grabbed a Canadian.
I'm going to find a drink that rhymes so I can have one too. Like a Marl Carl. I don't know if that's a thing. I just made that up off the top of my head. I'm not. I'm a little in the bag as it is. So
yes, the Dirty Shirley will be coming a little bit later.
The Dirty Shirley. It doesn't even rhyme, and it makes me happy. The Dirty Shirley.
It really cracks me up that you laugh every time.
But it's so funny. Alcoholic beverages that rhyme are funny.
I know. Well, and I like old lady drinks. Like we went out the other night and I ordered a Tom Collins and the lady went, ooh, there's an oldie but a goodie.
That sounds delicious. Yeah. That's like Manhattans. Everybody's like, what's in a Manhattan? I'm all like, well, why don't you have
one? Or
one?
a slow gin fizz.
Yeah. So really all right. This is not an alcohol podcast, although it is.
It is.
I'm just having a glass of Chardonnay right now. So
are you going to say from what? Because that's my favorite part that makes me laugh.
Here, I'll just show. It's from a colostomy bag. It was a box wine. And I thought it was empty. So I pulled out the bag and I'm like, oh no, I still have 2 glasses in this motherfucker. So we're just going to take the whole colostomy bag. I have a bottle here too. But okay. So anyway, so her mom picks her up and then.
So they have their weird, awkward car ride home where.
I just want to say, when the mom went to go turn on the radio and she's like, don't do it. And I'm all like, why? It's boring in your car. Like your mom.
What teenager went, I can't wait for the long car ride so mom and I can talk.
Yeah.
Nobody does that.
Yeah. And her mom was playing thumb drums on the steering wheel. And I'm all like, I would want the radio on. This is stupid. You can still read your book.
Yeah. Yeah. Who doesn't read with music? I mean, it was a very awkward car ride. The mom at some point pulls over to gain brownie points, I guess, and lets the girl drive. Yeah. But then the girl gets all pissy when she sees the for sale sign.
Oh, yeah.
And the mom's all like, it's just a little side piece of property so you can go to college. I'm like, she doesn't even have a license yet and you're worried about college. But hey, whatever.
Right on.
You got to start early, I guess. So then the mom at some point mentions the boyfriend in the car ride, and the mom calls the daughter baby girl like a bazillion times. Right. And I'm just like, please don't. Don't.
Although I call my daughter baby girl.
It's cute when they're little, but when your kid's a teenager and you're calling them that, I'm like, they have a name. You gave him a name for a reason.
I just like when the guy comes out of the water, like, like a swimsuit model. Wearing a Speedo.
Like a Speedo. Like, yeah. And the girl all of a sudden turns into a 16-year-old girl. Like,
Right. And then, okay, so I have on my notes, I love how the mom is all like, I'm writing him constantly. And then I
right,
was like,
who
gross.
talks to their teenage girl
That's what
like
I put out. I put
that?
WTF, who says that to their child? Like,
Right.
no.
If mom would have said that to you, I think
I'd
I
be
would
like,
have grew
ugh.
up, right?
Yeah. No,
I'd
you
have been
don't
like,
say that. You don't say crap like that.
no.
You don't talk about sex to your child unless it's like an educational thing.
But have you ever noticed that in roles with single moms, they do that? They want to play up that single moms are always their kid's best friend
Yeah, but
instead of like being their
you're
mom. And
doing
I'm
your
like,
child no favors.
yeah, well, and I go, not single moms are like that. Why do we got to stereotype them all? Why?
Right.
I don't get it. So
Yeah, and then I also I love when he gave her that bracelet and he's like, and he was reading it and I was all like, when he was saying that line, he's like, the stone is from the Navajo and it means aha and everything. And he's going through it. I was like, this fucker sounds like he forgot his lines and he's like,
he's
and they're
reading the
writing
note
down on a pad
card
of
that's
paper
on the
that he's,
boom mic above his head.
yeah, like he's reading them off of a piece of paper that's like below the camera, and I'm all like, so.
Yeah, so then when they get home, they have dinner and the girl runs upstairs and puts on a dress and gets all pretty. And then when she comes downstairs, the mom's all like, ooh, which again, like who does that? But
Yeah, like she's almost like, I don't know. And then also, but I love when they were having dinner and then like she's like, what do you do or whatever? And then he's like, he goes on his long, like this climate change rant and like he's got the glass of water and he's like, and I like how with the mom, he's like, can I borrow this? And she's like, oh, sure. And then he just dumps salt in it. And I'm all like, well, you didn't borrow it. You just took her glass of water, asshole. That's not borrowing. Because I wouldn't want to drink that after.
She's not gonna want it. No.
Yeah, and I love how after he gets done with his little speech, she's like, he's saving the world. I was like, oh, honey, see his sweat after that. She's getting all like, pleasure me, please.
But when he put the salt in the water, didn't you, at least for me, I instantly thought of Men in Black, only with the sugar water.
Oh, yeah. That's funny. That's funny. The sugar water. That's funny. That would have been funny if he drank. He was like, and everything.
But that's totally what was going through my head. So,
yeah.
So then that night, they go to bed, cut to nighttime. Mom and boyfriend are going at it. Daughter wakes up and she's being all creepy in the hallway, but then she realizes the guy's coming and she runs back to bed like every kid and pretends they're asleep. And he stands there naked in her doorway.
Yeah, that's what I wrote down. I was like, well, first off, I wrote down like, well, I wrote down first. I wrote like, is she looking underneath the door to see if they're smashing? Because that's you're not going to be able to see anything. I'll tell you that right now. And
you're gonna see your mom.
Yeah, and yeah, nobody wants to see
She's dating
that.
a hot alien.
Yeah,
but it's still your mom.
Yeah, and then I was all like, what creeper stands outside some teenage girl's door just like watching her sleep? Like, hey, creeper,
like,
keep walking.
Butt ass
So
naked.
Weird. Yeah, I was like, gross. So gross.
Yeah. And yeah,
Right.
I just every stage here, I'm just gonna be creeped out. So let's keep going. So then the next morning, the mom's real immaturity starts to progress with the whole burying of the trinkets in the backyard for grandpa, and her daddy issues really start to come out.
Yeah, right on. I just wrote down they have a fight and then they make up.
Yeah, but that's when I think that's when the daughter the daughter realizes that the mom's lying to the guy about his age. She's really like 42 and she told him she was 32 or 30.
I didn't write that down
like
until later when she brings it up.
Yeah. And then a little bit later, the mom's not feeling well.
Oh, yeah.
And the very first thing I said is, oh, she's pregnant.
Oh, wait. What about the part where until later?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
No, because they do the whole telling her they're getting married when they go back inside.
Oh, yeah. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
And then she gets sick later that afternoon. It kind of moves kind of fast right there because they're getting into the starting to move into the daughter boyfriend relationship of the movie and cutting mom out. So she's in bed sick. And the daughter, remember, she's like spying on him outside of the window when he comes back from the run.
Yes, I wrote this down.
And he takes off his shirt and squeezes the sweat.
Yeah, he's drinking. I was like, oh, that's disgusting. There's no nutritional value in that. There's none whatsoever.
It's the salt. He wants the salt. Remember, he wants the salt.
Oh, Ew, go get the salt from the table.
He's like, what was that old like meme that went around about minerals?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Licking the rock.
Yeah,
So,
it's
yeah. So then
I'd accept a salt lick over a sweaty shirt.
for any sweaty
So-
shirt, even if it is your own, that's just not right. So then he starts talking to her about all of his work, and he takes her to the basement to show
No,
him.
she meets him out. She comes down to the basement, remember, with the 2 Cokes.
Oh, that's
That's 2
right. The 2
Cokes.
Cokes. I just have that she went into the basement, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
never a
yeah.
good idea.
Yeah, she brought him the coats and he's like, I can't have it, the sodium. I'm like, but you can have your own shirt sweat, but you can't have a
And
sodium.
you can put salt in water, but you can't have the sodium from the Coke. But
Yeah, they go down to the basement and he's got those lamprey things.
Yeah. Who starts dating a guy? Because the mom said they'd only been dating for a couple of months. Who starts dating a girl for a couple of months and just takes over her entire
Hey, he must give her that good
basement?
dick. You know what I'm saying?
It
That dick must be like
I
that.
mean, well, she is 43.
That lizard dick is like the best because she's apparently after the first time she's like, oh yeah, move your shit into the basement, dude. Do whatever bury women in the basement. I don't care.
Right? It's like just keep giving it to me. We're gonna be happy. I'll pretend I see nothing. The cops come around.
Exactly.
No way.
Yeah.
There's nothing but fish in my basement. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love how he was like talking about the lamprey stuff, and the whole time I was watching that scene, I was like, "Oh my god, this is so freaking boring! Like, I don't care about lampreys surviving forever." And then he's like, "I guess I'm a little weird and everything," and it's like, "That's kind of cool, though." And I was like, "No, it's not cool. It's not cool at all. No."
I went your way past a little weird, and there is nothing cool about the type of weird. There's like nerdy, cool, weird. That's like sexy, and then there's geeky, sexy. There's nothing about him.
Right on. I wrote down
looks. That's it.
Right on. That's what I wrote down. If this if his personality was the only thing going for himself, he would not be giving out that good D because his personality sucks, but he's good looking and he must be giving good.
That's what's getting it. Girls are not even caring about that personality. So then he asks her if she wants to go out on the lake with him to collect specimens.
Yes, that's what I was, samples from the lake.
Yeah. So first of all, I'm gonna slowly ease into this. I'm gonna be like, I can't move into this slowly. What the fuck?
It was so weird.
So they're in the boat.
Yeah.
And they're picking out these stupid specimens. And one gets into the boat and is like moving around and he picks it up or whatever, but then he notices there's blood in the boat. And he
because she's talking about going to college.
Yes. And he grabs his shirt and shoves it into her vagina.
Yeah, which I just want to real quick. Okay. In a situation like that, as a female, because I wouldn't know how to handle this situation, don't you just ignore that shit? Just like maybe like, hey, you got something going on downstairs.
If he would have acknowledged it, I'd be like, if he would have shoved his shirt in my vagina, he would have ended up in the lake. If he would have just handed me the shirt and didn't acknowledge he was giving it to me, just ignored it, but said, hey, would you like my shirt? Then I would take it and I would hope he would look around while I suck the shirt in my vagina. And we pretended it never happened.
I was just like, okay.
I mean, now as a grown ass adult, I would be like, dude, I need your shirt. I'm having my period. Take this boat back to shore. But that's not even the part. Okay, it's natural. She got her period. Whatever. It's he shoves the shirt into her vagina. 1, 2, when he takes his hand out from between her legs, there's blood on it. And he fucking licks
He licks it.
blood.
So disgusting. I was like, I was like, that's fucking gross. That's gross. You know what gets me out? And then I don't know if you wrote it down. He writes the line. He's like, it's just natural. And then he licks it. And then he goes, and then what is he says, you have a little red in your hair. I was like, what the, that has nothing to do with periods, right? Like red in your hair has nothing to do with periods. That's so weird.
The whole time I just kept saying, what the fuck? What like that was, I have it written like a bazillion times.
I have it written down a couple of times too.
Yeah. I'm like, he was already creepy, but now I'm going, run, girl, run. This ain't getting any better for anybody. So then when they get back to the house, he's like, hey, why don't you go clean up? He does not help himself. He gets creepier.
So weird.
So she's in the shower And he knocks on the door to check on her. And she's all,
Inappropriate right there. You
Right.
don't, you just leave it.
Yeah. Yeah. You just ignore what happened. And he, instead of closing the door and leaving, he closes the door and steps in, but she
Which-
doesn't know.
Yeah, and then he's standing on the other side of the shower curtain, and I'm all like, "How thick
making
is
out
this
with the
shower
shower
curtain?"
That's what I'm saying.
Because I'm like, I'm sorry. Like when I'm taking a shower and my wife comes in, I see her shadow.
Right.
Like so, she was standing right there. I'd see the shadow.
Right. And you can't say it was because of where the light in the bathroom was, because she had
Yeah.
a big ass window, natural light coming in.
It doesn't matter unless it was pitch dark in
No.
there. You're seeing if somebody's in there.
Yeah. And he's like making out with the curtain, like he's like caressing it.
And he's smelling
And
his blood shirt, the
smelling-
blood
Yeah.
shirt.
And then he keeps it too. He takes it
Yeah, oh yeah,
back.
he takes it with him.
So
So
you
fucking
can't tell
well.
me that when she got out of the shower, she didn't know that the shower's
Yeah.
gone.
Mm.
Oh my God. I was
So-
just yeah, there was just so much
Right
much
on.
at that moment.
Mhm.
Then we're tonight and she's sleeping. And she gets woke up and looks out to the lake and sees the glowy red light.
Yeah. Which
And
was
then
kinda cool.
he goes into the water and the light disappears. And
Which I just want to say, like, where's her phone? Because I would have recorded that shit.
in this day and age, isn't that they record it? Don't they record
That's exactly
everything?
what I would have done.
Oh, for sure. There's all the times that I don't record stuff, and then later I'm like, son of a bitch, she fucking recorded that. That was gold.
Right on.
But anyways, when she goes outside to talk to him, like she goes out to look at the red light and he's not there, but then he appears and he does like a super shaggy dog shake dry. And he tells her he sleepwalks.
Yeah, I love how every time like he just came up with a new excuse for something. Like he's like, I'm a little weird.
And then it's because like he's a little pretty. They are all like, oh, that makes sense.
yeah, I'm telling you, the dick must be so good because that mom is just sucking it up, and the daughter's like, I ain't getting this dick, so I don't believe none of it. So
Right. She's like, Mom.
I just have to be honest. Maybe I'm like a pussy or whatever, but as soon as I saw a glowing light, I'd been like, yo, mom, I'm out. Yo,
I would have
get
been
the fuck out.
locking doors.
No, I would have
been
just
locking
left.
doors.
I would have told my mom, I'd be like, I'm
she
gonna go
doesn't
stay.
drive. She doesn't have a license. Remember?
I still would have just been like, I'm out. I'll walk and shit. or
Right. I
I'll
wouldn't have been I wouldn't have been calling the best friend to come get me. I wouldn't have been calling the cops. I might have even gone on foot, which you should never do in a sci-fi or a horror film is run on foot. But I think I would have taken it because there's a glowy light in the water.
Yeah, I just went in straight up like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out, sister.
But it wouldn't be a creepy sci-fi movie. So the next morning, the mom asks her to go get a pregnancy test.
Yeah. And what did she ask for? Like ginger root and
Yeah.
cellophane or some shit. I don't remember what it's called. but
She asked for a couple things.
Tricycline.
It's like at home. I think she's trying to do like one of those natural home remedies for morning sickness things.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I didn't deal with that, so I don't know. So while she's in town getting the pregnancy test, she runs into John.
Yeah, John Dose.
Yeah. And she sees him with another woman,
Yeah.
and she starts following him, which she would have been able to keep following, but she forgot to pay for the pregnancy test that she walked right out of the store with.
Right.
So-
And then go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go.
I was just going to say, so then she doesn't get to confront him or follow him anymore.
Right on, yeah. I like the guy who's like, excuse me, miss. You want to
Yeah.
pay for that? I'd have been like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, if you're giving me the option, no, I would just like it for free.
Yeah.
So,
I just handed it to him, been like, yo, I gotta go follow this asshole. He's cheating on my mom.
right.
You take this. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Exactly. So then,
And I love how that guy, like, she like brought up a pregnancy test and he like looked at her all judgmental. And I'm all like,
judgy.
you don't know her situation, asshole. Get the fuck out of here. you
It
fat
could be
piece of
for
shit.
her. And if it is, don't judge her. She could be buying it for a friend, anybody.
Yeah.
It could
Her
be
body,
just-
her choice, motherfucker.
And for all you know, she could be running some weird school experiment, or she could be one of those,
Yeah.
thinks her dog's pregnant. It's gonna do
Yeah.
a pregnancy test
Yeah.
on her dog. I don't know,
Yeah.
but fuck him for judging her.
Yeah.
So, her friend comes to visit the next day. Remember?
Yes, her
No.
friend. I don't remember her name. I didn't write it down.
I don't either. It was insignificant to the story. And she tells her friend everything. And her friend's like you and me, fucking pissed off. It's like, I'm telling your mom everything. And then the girl passes out and wakes up the next morning. Her friend's gone. Or it wasn't the next morning. It was later that evening, right?
Yeah. Because like I don't
Yeah.
remember what happened. I didn't write it
later
down. What
that
happens.
evening.
But yeah, you know what really gets me is she said her friend went up to the bedroom to talk about the period blood thing. And I'm all like, why aren't you going with her to talk
Well, she went to
about
go take a nap, remember? Because she
Oh
wakes
yeah,
up
that's
later
right.
that
Yeah,
evening.
and that's why she passed out.
Yeah. So she tells the friend everything, and the friend's all, I'm gonna go tell your mom everything. And the girl goes, takes a nap. I don't know why she didn't go with her friend. That makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
But then the girl wakes up that evening. And again, this is one of those moments where I just went, wow, because the mom takes the boyfriend's side and, blames it on. And again, this is one of those, why do moms in movies do this? They always side with the dick over the daughter.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I don't get it.
I don't know why when dick is involved, all common sense goes out the fucking.
Yeah, like I get it that you want
seriously.
Yeah, I get it. You want to find love and everything, but like, come on.
But let's be honest here. They have apps for dick. Go get yourself on one. Yeah. Don't fuck your daughter over for it. So, anyways, the mom just really.
Yeah, and then I love how she's all like, and by the way, she's not 35, she's 42. And then like John gets
super pissed.
He is mortified. He is just like, I'm out, and he leaves, man. He was just like, mm-mm.
And the girl goes to bed, and then she gets up again, and the glowy light again. And she goes out to the glowy light that night. And again, I'm like, okay, wait, you already know he's creepy. There's a glowy light. Why? But this is my favorite thing in the world, because I'm like, you went the wrong way with the car. Like,
right.
She goes, I thought when I saw her in the car, I was like, oh, she's making sense. She's running.
That's what I thought too. I was all like, oh, she's getting the fuck out of there. Good choice. Good choice.
Going for help. But no, she drives the car up to the lake, puts on the high beam so she can see, but forgets to put it in park, so the bitch rolls in to the lake.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, dumb ass.
Yeah. You ever notice how like when people are like, when it's going the wrong way, and it happens in real life, because I'm pretty sure I've done it before too. Like when it's sliding and she's like, no, please don't do it. Like it's gonna listen to her. Like, bitch, that ain't listening to you. It's going in the lake. It's like, bye. You made a bad decision.
That's totally me, like when I'm playing Warzone and someone's about to final move me. I'm going, no, just wait. I got friends. No. And you know they're not gonna wait. They're gonna shoot you, or they're gonna whatever. So yeah. So she's loses the car. And you know what goes through her mind is what every teenager does. What the fuck kind of lie can I come up with that sounds realistic for this shit? But anyways, so then she decides to go into the basement.
Right. Yeah.
Don't go into the basement. Don't go in the basement. Never go to the basement. So, but she can't get in the car and run because she put that shit in the lake. So what does she find in the basement? What does she find?
Her mom.
And
she's all hooked up like Saw style, where it's like she's in like a tank and it's like, I want to play a game.
But it's like she's like a kebab and he's dipping her in sauce because she's only in the water from like the waist to down.
And everything. And then
Yeah. So, and of course, the mom's giving birth to an alien baby, and that's why he's keeping her alive. And I just have just run. Fuck your mom. Remember, she didn't care about you. All she cared about was that dick. Run, girl, run.
Yeah. And she's in a pool of mushy goo. So we're just gonna and then she gives birth to the thing.
Well, no, first the girl hides because the guy's coming. Right. And remember, he's in alien form when he comes in, because you can only see his feet.
Oh yeah, that's right. And he's all like, and everything. Right. And then
and she's hiding under the desk. Like that's the best place.
And I just want to say right now, real quick, with the feet thing, I was all like, oh cool, he's gonna do a full transformation, but he never did a full transformation. No. And I was all like,
we never get to see his original form.
I mean, like, I get it. Like, you know, you're a low budget movie, but if you're a low budget movie, you save all that budget for your money shot, which
Or
was
you're a cool ass
yeah. And if it was
alien.
his tongue thing, which was obviously CGI, I was all like, oh, you guys got taken because that wasn't that cool. Like,
No.
so
Yeah. So then while she's hiding, she finds her dead friend,
finds the dead friend.
which you knew was coming the
Of
minute
course.
she woke up and the friend was gone and the mom didn't believe the friend. Like, and the other thing, can we go back to that real quick? She didn't call to check on the friend.
Right.
She's a shitty friend. So her
Totally.
mom's she learned that from her mom. Her mom's a shitty mom, so she's a shitty friend.
Yeah.
I
for
don't know.
sure.
So I go, and why with aliens? Is it always like salt? I mean, except for Men in Black, it was sugar. But think of the movie Faculty. Those aliens could only be taken down by salt. And remember, she pours the bucket of salt on the guy,
yeah.
and that hurts him. And he's out. Why did he go out? Do we remember why he went back outside?
Remember, she gave birth to the baby,
and he was taking the baby out to the ship because it was.
And he like
dying.
was holding it and then like breathed that blue ball into it.
Yep.
And
Because he
everything.
was trying to keep it alive. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
because the old bitches can't give birth.
no, that's why he wanted the young one and thought she was fine. So she helps the mom out of the pool and tears all the cords and stuff out of her. And she's trying to call for help, but realizes he's got a jammer.
Mhm.
So she breaks that to get help. But while they're waiting for help to come, he gets her and ties her to a chair and then puts the blue ball thing in her. And then the next thing you know, you see her in this wall with a diamond shape and it's filling up with water. And then it pans out to all these other diamond shapes and all these women in like cocooned water things too. It still doesn't tell me I mean, I know he's keeping her to breed her later because he's trying to save his species.
No, but
and
she
whatever,
died because the thing filled up with water.
But I thought that's why he breathed the bluey stuff in her so that she could live. And it was like keeping him in like
Did
cryo.
the other ladies have red hair?
Yes, some of
'Cause
them
I was
had
like-
red hair.
I was like, what's up with the red hair? Because he said you have a little red in your hair. And I was like, is that a thing? Do aliens only go after redheads?
Well,
I
maybe
was
these
like-
aliens. I don't know. Well,
I don't know.
I don't
You
know.
pick this movie.
well, because I saw the trailer and thought it was interesting. All I can say is gross, weird, all the time weird.
Yeah,
so
weird.
creepy. Oh my God. Like, I don't even know. I mean, if you want to watch a movie that just makes you feel disgusted the whole time by the actions of the mom, by the perverse, weird things the alien does. And let's be honest, the girl's kind of weird herself. Like, I get she's supposed to be super intelligent and super smart and into anthropology and all of that. But I think it's anthropology.
I think that everybody in this movie got what they deserved. I mean,
yeah, I
when
mean,
you play stupid games, you know, you get impregnated by an alien. So fuck you.
and guess what? And then when you're too old, you die.
Yeah. So
But the alien
No.
babies apparently are, it's tough to carry them bitches. I don't know.
right on. All right. You got anything else you want to say?
No, it just took a lot out of me. It took a lot out of me.
I agree. Like, it started off like I was like, okay, I was like, it was fine, but then towards the end, I was just like, oh, this is a waste of time. I was like, well, and then you picked it. I was like, well, at least we're getting an episode out of it. So
Right. So exhausted after it.
All right.
Alrighty, so for our next segment, we are going to ask questions. So
Yeah. No more for you.
Greg cut me off. That's not a thing. There's no closing time at this
There
time.
is no closing time.
So what is your question?
My favorite my question for you is, what is your favorite movie where creatures are in disguise as humans?
I put They Live.
Gotcha. That's a good one. Oh, I should
Yeah,
pick
it's
that
from
one.
the 80s, and they had the one
big
person stumbles
eye.
upon the sunglasses
Yeah.
that they can see, and then they realize that in all their TV, there's the subliminal message. It's like obey, hold on,
Procreate.
yeah, it's obey, conform, marry, reproduce, watch TV,
Watch TV.
and and sleep.
And
And-
sleep. Oh.
Like that, I remember watching that as a kid and loved it. It,
Me
you
too.
know, because it brought in that whole X-ray vision thing that was really big. You know, if you had a superpower, what superpower would you have, type of thing. So, yeah, that was the first movie that came to my mind when you said that, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna change it. That's what I'm putting.
I feel, that's a good choice. I love the part where he first gets the sunglasses and he's in the grocery store and he's like talking to the women. He's like, you're all right, but this one, she's fucking uglier. She's a fucking hag or something like that. I can't remember. And then the lady's all like, he can see.
So my favorite scene is when and I know this is terrible, but it's the sex scene where the girl.
Oh, the very end. What's the matter, baby?
Yeah, right.
You look like a fucking gazpacho. That's what's the matter. Okay,
Yeah.
so
What did you have?
my favorite movie. Now, this isn't like creatures, they're aliens, but I said Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but the 1978 version.
Yeah, the original.
Yeah, I just love the ending when he's all like, hey! And he's all pointing and everything. I just love it. It's so good. I just love that so much.
Yeah, that movie opened the door for so many others.
Yeah.
Excellent choice. Excellent choice.
Thank you.
So for my question, mine is, what is your favorite alien birth scene?
So I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to look it up on the Google because, or you like to say it, the Googs. Weird. So
Goog, not the Goog.
whatever.
It's called Google, but you call
Anyways.
it Googling. Do you Google? What do you call
I
it?
just
Goog.
I Google. That's it. That's
Okay.
it. So anyways, but and every time I did, it just kept coming up with the movie Alien or that Prometheus movie. And I was like, well, those aren't my favorite. I can tell you that right now. I already know. So I just said the alien birth from Men in Black, the very first one, the little squid baby that's all like hanging him up against the car.
Even though that squid baby is
Wait,
a squid.
you have that too?
Yeah, that's mine
Oh,
too.
nice.
Yeah. I wanted to put, but it was a TV miniseries. It was not a movie. And I had already asked the question and said from a movie for you. I wanted to put V. Do you remember the twins?
Oh, I love,
I loved V.
I love
And the
V.
twins were born, and one was human with the alien tongue, and one was alien. That birth scene was pretty good too, but that was not a cute baby. In Men in Black, which is what I put, that little squid was adorable, and the birth was hysterical.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah, nope, it was good. It was good.
So I guess I'll just say thanks guys so much for listening to this. I'm sorry if you saw this. If
Me
you
too.
haven't, just take our word for it. Don't. You can follow us on Twitter at BS Drunk Pod. Stay tuned on there for updates, any upcoming movies we might be doing. We will also be posting on YouTube as well, so you can watch us drink our drinks and the funny faces
Watch
we
our
make.
beautiful-
So yeah, check out the YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe. Check us out next time, and drink, recap, review, repeat. Bye.
Bye, guys.